The Pregnant Man.
In the lush, green heart of the Ashanti Kingdom, nestled between towering trees and thick underbrush, flowed the mighty river Nyamkai. This river was revered by the villagers of Akosua, not only because it nourished their crops and sustained their livestock but also because it was believed to be the dwelling place of Nyansepo, the goddess of wisdom and fertility. The river was sacred, and no one dared to approach it without a purpose steeped in tradition and reverence. One bright, sunlit morning, a young farmer named Kojo made his way to the river. Kojo was a man of strength and humility, respected by his peers for his unyielding work ethic and kindness. He had come to the river to pray, seeking Nyansepo's blessing to make his barren land fruitful again. The past season had been harsh, with withering droughts and failed harvests, leaving him in despair. As Kojo knelt by the riverbank, his hands dipped in the cool, clear waters, he murmured a heartfelt prayer to the goddess. The river's current seemed to carry his words downstream, and as he finished, he felt an unusual warmth envelop him. Startled, Kojo looked up to see a radiant woman standing before him. Her skin gleamed like polished ebony, and her eyes sparkled with an otherworldly light. She was clothed in shimmering robes that seemed to be woven from the river's waters, flowing and glistening as she moved. Kojo, the woman spoke, her voice like a melody carried by the wind. I am Nyansepo, the goddess you seek. Your prayers have reached me. Kojo's heart pounded in his chest, a mixture of awe and fear. He bowed low, his forehead nearly touching the ground. Great goddess, he whispered, I am honored by your presence. I seek your blessing to revive my land, for without it, my people and I will surely perish. Nyansepo smiled gently. Your devotion is true, Kojo. I shall grant your request, but know that blessings from the gods often come with a price. Are you prepared to pay it? Kojo hesitated only for a moment before nodding resolutely. I am, great goddess. Whatever the price, I will bear it. With that, Nyansepo stepped closer, her hand reaching out to touch Kojo's chest. A surge of energy coursed through him, filling him with a sensation he had never known. It was as if the river itself had flowed into his veins, filling him with life and vitality. But as quickly as the feeling came, it subsided, leaving Kojo breathless and weak. He looked up, but the goddess had vanished, leaving only the sound of the river and the wind in the trees. Kojo stumbled back to his village, his body trembling with the weight of the encounter. As he returned to his farm, he found that the soil was rich and moist, the crops already beginning to sprout where there had been only dust before. He rejoiced, knowing that the goddess had kept her word, but soon, Kojo began to notice strange changes in his body. His strength, once his pride, seemed to ebb away, replaced by a heaviness in his belly that grew with each passing day. The villagers noticed too, whispering among themselves, their eyes filled with confusion and fear. Kojo, once a symbol of masculinity and vigor, now bore the unmistakable signs of pregnancy. The village elders convened, seeking to understand the strange phenomenon that had befallen Kojo. They consulted the oracle, a wise old woman named Abina, who had served as the bridge between the spiritual and mortal realms for decades. The gods have spoken, Abina declared, her voice trembling with the weight of her revelation. Kojo carries within him the child of Nyansepo, the river goddess. This child will be no ordinary human, but a being of great power, destined to change the fate of our village and perhaps the entire kingdom. The villagers were stunned. Some were awed, while others were fearful, believing that Kojo's condition was a curse rather than a blessing. But Abina reassured them. The goddess does not punish without reason. This child will bring honor to our people. We must prepare for her arrival. And so, the villagers watched as Kojo's belly swelled with the life growing within him. They cared for him, ensuring he had everything he needed, though the fear and wonder never left their eyes. As the months passed, the whispers of the villagers grew louder, filled with speculation and superstition. But Kojo remained steadfast, holding on to the goddess's promise. Finally, the time came. On a night when the moon was full and its reflection danced upon the river, Kojo went into labor. The village midwives, unsure of what to expect, attended to him with a mixture of reverence and trepidation. The birth was long and arduous, unlike anything they had ever witnessed, but as dawn broke, a cry pierced the air. Kojo had given birth to a daughter. The child was unlike any they had seen. She was strong and healthy, her eyes bright and curious even in her first moments of life. Her hair was the color of the darkest night, and her skin was smooth and radiant, with a hint of the river's glow. The villagers marveled at her, sensing the power that radiated from her tiny form. Kojo named her Adwa, a name meaning born on a Monday, the day of her birth. But from the moment she took her first breath, it was clear that she was destined for greatness.
Watch out for Adwa's strength. The river goddess daughter born by her father the farmer.